Good evening and welcome to the Channel Studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. A series of powerful aftershocks have rocked central Croatia following a magnitude 6.4 earthquake late on Tuesday. The new 4.8 and 4.7 magnitude tremors struck at around 6:15 local time on Wednesday morning, causing further damage to buildings. They came as rescuers scoured the rubble in dozens of villages near Petrinja overnight, but no new victims were found. At least 7 people are known to have died in Tuesday's quake. Rescue teams spent the night scouring the rubble of damaged buildings in the search for survivors. Many were too afraid to return to their homes overnight in case aftershocks caused more damage. Some people slept in their cars or stayed with relatives. About 200 people sheltered in a military barracks. A landslide in a Norwegian village has left at least 9 people injured and buried houses under what appears to be a huge mudslide. Police say 26 people are unaccounted for in Gjerdrum, which lies some 25 kilometres northeast of the capital Oslo. Several hundred people have been evacuated from the village. It's thought heavy precipitation may have made the soil unstable, causing the landslide in the early hours of Wednesday. The Oxford-Astrazeneca anti-COVID vaccine has been approved for use in the UK, with the first doses due to be given on Monday amid rising coronavirus cases. Vaccination centres in the UK will now start inviting patients to come and get the Oxford-Astrazeneca vaccine from next week. It is considered essential because it is easier to store and distribute, as it can be kept at a normal fridge temperature, unlike the Pfizer-BioNTech jab that has to be kept at -70 degrees. British Health Secretary Matt Hancock welcomed the news, saying it marked a significant moment in the fight against the virus.
The number of people who...
At least 5 people have been killed and dozens more wounded in an attack on Aden Airport in Yemen, shortly after a plane carrying the newly formed government arrived from Saudi Arabia. Loud blasts and gunfire were heard at the airport shortly after the plane arrived. The cabinet members, including Yemeni Prime Minister as well as Saudi Ambassador to Yemen, were transferred safely to the city's presidential palace. A local security source said 3 mortar shells landed on the airport's hull. The government in Senegal is being criticised for its response to heavy rains which continue to leave thigh-high stagnant water in the suburbs of the capital Dakar. Over 20 neighbourhoods in the capital's suburbs have been hit by thick, muddy water. Many locals likened their situation to floods in 2009 and 2012, crises which the authorities promised would be averted in future through a flood management programme worth $1.4 billion. However, civil society groups and opposition leaders are asking where the money went, given that over 16,000 people have been critically impacted by the latest deluge. Similar concerns have been expressed by the World Bank. And finally, a dog stole the show in Bolivia when it ran onto the field during a professional match. The canine invaded the field, running, jumping and wagging his tail while holding a football boot in his mouth during the match in a first division game between the Strongest and Nacional. Players and the referee struggled to win back possession from the dog, holding up play for around 3 minutes. Finally, a player from the home side, Nacional, carried the animal off the pitch. And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to Channel Studios in Lagos.